Hi, Quil here, and I've been given a gift. And as you can see, it is the ESO Rebel nice camera. But I don't know a hell of a lot about cameras. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of books on camera beneath it, which was given to me at the same time, along with a handy-dandy instruction book, tripod, a thingamabobbit, I think it's some kind of handle, very handy battery recharger, nice to have, two lenses, additional lenses to the standard one. One's supposed to be a macro and one's supposed to be a telephoto. Okay, some thingamabobbits, something more to lose. Oh, and don't forget the cables. Gotta have cables. And their filters, which are nice. But I can guarantee you that the person that gave this to me knows even less about cameras than I do. I don't know a lot about them. So the challenge is, now what?
Challenge accepted. So I'm here to show off my kit and talk a little bit about my experience with cameras. So let's first off take a very brief look at where I came from with cameras. And here we have it, my second to last camera, a Canon IX 105. It's a 12 megapixel, but we'll get into this later. It's not really important, but just so you have an idea of what my lineage in cameras has been. This was not my first one, but my first really digital kind of snapshot kind of camera. Let's move on. Followed by a Sony CyberShot. Quite a step up from the other one, but still not quite it. It was a lot better, much more features, and again, we'll get into this later. Not important right now. Let's move on. So what is in the rest of my kit? Hey now, how did that get there? Okay. So this is actually not my current tripod, but it's a previous one I used. Served me for quite a while. It's a nice little tripod, worked with both the other cameras that I had. The Sony CyberShot was a bit on the heavier side for it, but it still worked. I've since then replaced it because this can just not carry the weight of a heavier camera, and this thing is definitely a heavier camera. So let's take a look at what I have now. So here we are, a new tripod, much more stable than the previous one. As you can see, I can't really bend this one all that easy. It's still bendable. This is a $12 tripod, so photography doesn't have to be expensive, and that's the main thing we want to show off with this channel. Well, two things. We want to learn with you guys and also learn ourselves to get better at photography, cinematography, all those things. But we also want to show off like what you can do with less, and that is, I think, where real creative photography comes in, when you can do less with what you have, with things you find around the house or outside, or how you can use your environment to your advantage to create the shots that you want. So moving right along. So now we get into the slightly more important stuff. I haven't used this one all that much actually. It's not been that sunny yet. But what this is you screw this on top, well, in front of your lens, technically, not on top, front, yeah, same difference. And it keeps out the sun, just like you put on a cap, so that the sun doesn't directly shine to your eyes. This is basically a cap for your camera. So that's what that thing is about. If we turn this around, you can actually potentially see what brand of camera I have. Well, let's move on. And here we have the bag that I got. It is a cheap bag. This thing is €8, and it comes with a hard shell on the front and on the back. So that is nice. It comes with a kind of inner bag that your camera actually sits in, so it doesn't sit against the hard outside, but a very soft and nice fluffy inside. It can close up. You have an extra zipper at the back here to expand the bag out if you need a bit more room on the inside. There's no extra pockets or anything, but you do have a little bit of room on top, and I can actually fit in my camera with the strap, to put around your neck, and to put that tripod that I showed you a second ago on top of it. So all of that will fit in there. So it's a nice little compact bag, and that's what I wanted. I want to be able to travel with it. I want to be able to take it with me without too much hassle, and that's what this bag will do. To get an kind of an inside look here. It's a bit dark, so it's a bit hard to see. It's all black. It's black on black. So, but yeah, pretty nice case and pretty compact, which was one of the things that I wanted. So tripod plus the bag in total is 20 bucks. Photography does not have to be that expensive. At least to get some gear for it to get started. It's not professional gear, obviously, but hey, it works, does what it needs to do. So moving on to the last item in my bag. And here we are with the last item. Don't know how well it's visible on the camera, but this is my lens cap. I have a FujiFilm camera. It is an XA3. If you don't know what it is, I'll put some specs in the description down below. It's a mirrorless camera or system camera, depending on where you're from. It has multiple names. And so far I love it. It's a nice little camera. It's not the most compact. The kit lens is pretty big, sticking out, but it's a pretty nice camera with what you can do. A full review will be on the channel here soon, but for now I just wanted to show off what I have and what we're gonna do. And there we have it, SD cards. You can't really go without. So yeah, that's one last thing I want to show off. These are a bunch of small ones. I have a bigger one currently on order. Hopefully it will be here about next week. It will be a 120 gig micro SD card to be precise. So that will hopefully help to shoot raw footage and have that just save snappier and less delay in the picture saving and all that. So that will be great to have. It's about 3 times as fast as my current card, so quite the upgrade. Also about 5 times as big, 4 times as big. Pretty nice. What we want to do in this channel is to do less with, or to do more with less. There we go. That's what we want to do. Do-it-yourself tips of how you can get certain shots, how you can get certain effects, lighting, ideas for creative ways of taking pictures, you name it, and we're gonna learn it all with you guys. We're not professionals, far from it, but we would like to be more proficient at it. So we're gonna do the research, we're gonna look into things, we're gonna get better, and we're gonna share that information with you guys. That's the whole idea. Welcome to GhostPixelz.